Hey everyone, this is Jeremy J, and I'm back from a nice walk outside. Walk to go get my groceries today, and I'd like to do today's video about not taking things for granted that are in our life. So one of the easiest things to do in your life is to have something occur, whether that's making a new friend or having a success at something, or whatever it is. Something comes into your life that you wanted before it came into your life, and now it's in your life and it becomes sort of routine that it's there. And when this happens, it is extremely easy to take it for granted. It's extremely easy to say, oh, this thing is here, so I don't need to do much anymore to keep it there. And there's a really good analogy for this. It's simple. It's watering a plant. So imagine that you don't have a plant. And you go to a nice plant store and they've got all sorts of plants. And you see a plant that you like. And you say, that's the plant I want. And you go buy that plant. You take the plant home and you set it on your windowsill or someplace where it can get light. And now you have a plant. So what you did not have before, you now have. It's there. A plant is a living thing, especially taking for granted living things. That this is more and more this applies. But this plant you now have is alive, and you could certainly leave it on the windowsill and do nothing. That's an option. You could say, oh, I have this plant, so therefore I'm just going to leave it there. And what happens if you leave a plant alone and do nothing? The plant dies. It goes away. It is dead. And so what you wanted to have did not last. And it's interesting because in order for something to last, especially when it comes to people or living things or whatever idea you have in your business, there's all sorts of situations. It requires effort. It requires interaction. It requires the watering. It requires the feeding. It takes effort to keep anything in your life that's living and growing, whether it's a business or the people that are in your life. It takes some effort to keep them in your life. And to take something for granted is to surely allow that thing, that person, that business idea in your life to disappear from your life. And when that happens, you may be wondering what happened. And the simple answer is you took it for granted and you let it slip away by not putting the effort in to keep it alive and as part of your life. So, in order to avoid this mistake, it's very easy to avoid this mistake actually. If you want something in your life and it comes, that something comes into your life and you say, whoa, that something came into my life. Like let's say you wanted to meet someone where you both are so enthusiastic about each other that you can't believe it. And you've been trying for months and all of a sudden you meet that person. The situation is you got what you wanted. Don't take it for granted. Nurture that. Embrace it. Let it be a part of you. Let it become part of your life because that's what you originally wanted. And as soon as that thing goes, you're going to be wondering to yourself, I can't believe I let it get away. And the way to avoid that is to give it time and attention and care as it is needed. So there you go. Don't take anything for granted, especially the things in your life that you value the most, or the close friends or relationships that you have, or maybe you have a business idea that took off and is working for you. Don't take that for granted. Don't think that's just going to always happen. It requires effort and work, just like keeping a plant alive, watering and feeding. So there you go. Don't take things for granted. Be very appreciative. Be very appreciative of the things you have in your life. There are some things in my life, people in my life that I'm very appreciative of. And the way you show your appreciation is to simply to reach out and acknowledge what it is. Don't neglect what's important to you in your life. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next coaching video.